The Korthari command ship floated above the scorched moon, like a vulture over carrion. Inside, Supreme Strategist Zellar stood with his arms crossed, 6 eyes glowing coal blue. Below them, the battlefield still smoked, charred by plasma artillery. Nothing had survived. Nothing should have. Confirm it. Zelnar growled. The scout drone beeped, projected the feed, a crater where the human last stood. No biosigns. No heat. No movement. Finally, Zelnar hissed. The Terran menace is eliminated. The bridge crew relaxed. Engineers laughed. Even the elite warriors exhaled. Killing a human operative, especially him, was no small victory. He was called Ghostblade by his enemies, though his name in their tongue was simply Mason Ryker, of Earth's disavowed Special Recon Unit, Umbra 7. 15 Korthari ships had fallen to him, hundreds of lives, a shadow in power armor, leaving nothing but blood and confusion. And now he was gone, or so they thought. Beneath the surface, deep within a collapsed bunker, Mason Ryker's HUD flickered back online. Warning screamed in his helmet. Oxygen, 6%. Armor integrity, 12%. Heart rate, stabilizing. The blast had torn his exosuit open, shattered bone, ruptured lungs, but the emergency nanites had done their job. He was alive. Barely. His right arm didn't move. His vision blurred. But one thing was crystal clear. He heard them celebrating through a cracked comm channel, mocking Earth, declaring victory, laughing. Mason whispered through bloodied teeth, "Not yet." 6 hours later, Korthari engineer Rollick worked in the reactor bay, muttering about coolant flows when he heard a soft clink behind him. He turned, expecting a loose panel. Nothing. Then, click, a blade kissed his throat. Too late. The last thing he saw was a human eye behind a shattered visor, glowing red in the emergency light. Then black. Over the next 3 hours, chaos spread across the ship. Cameras began failing. Patrols vanished. The lights dimmed. Sections went dark. Zelnar watched in growing fury. "This is sabotage," he barked. "No. Strategist," the second-in-command whispered. "This is him." They reviewed footage from a corridor where a squad of 10 elite guards entered and never came out. All that remained were blood smears and a severed Korthari claw. They zoomed in. A shadow blurred past the corner of the screen. A whisper played from the ship's own speakers. "You should have finished the job." Deck 9. Armory. Ryker stood over a weapons crate, one arm in a sling made from alien fabric. His other hand clutched a Korthari shock rifle, jury-rigged for human use. His armor now looked half alien, half Terran. He'd looted what he could, patched what he needed, and he was pissed. "You called Earth primitive," he muttered, hot-wiring an access code. "Guess you forgot what primitive does when cornered." The door opened. Inside, hundreds of alien weapons. He smiled, teeth red with dried blood. "Bridge, final hour. This ends now." Zelnar roared. He deployed the Purgers, 10-foot-tall mechs, powered by fusion cores, immune to conventional weapons. "Flood the lower decks with fire," he shouted. "I want the human's corpse, this time for real." But Ryker didn't wait. He hunted. He cut. He burned. The ship's firewalls collapsed from inside. Gravity inverted in sections. Environmental controls spun into Arctic frost. The Korthari couldn't breathe. And then the lights went out. Total blackout. Silence. Until one man. One mistake. "You thought I was dead." "That's on you." The voice came from every speaker at once. Then the hull shook, an internal detonation. The Purger's bay exploded, killing them all. In the smoke of the bridge door, a figure emerged, burned, bleeding, unstoppable. Mason Ryker. He walked straight through gunfire, ducking low, tossing an ion grenade into primary console. Sparks flew. Systems died. Zelnar drew his plasma blade. "You're only human," the alien screamed. "Exactly," Ryker said, and drove a bayonet through Zelnar's chest. 3 days later, a Terran salvage team found the Korthari flagship, drifting near the dead moon. The crew was gone. The ship had no power. Only one thing was scrawled on the walls of the command deck, in both Korthari blood and human chalk. You should have made sure.